Hello and welcome. Good morning, how are you all? Or good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Hello, Reverend, nice to see you. I'll just put that down to there. So today, I have the day off, which is nice. So I thought I would start building the Mechanicum battle group today. And people have asked me to build the Triaros. So yeah, I am going to start doing that. Try and get it done in this stream, but we'll see. This is a new kit for me, so new kits normally take a little bit longer for me to sort of like get used to and things. But yeah, hope you're well. Please do put in the comments what you're working on. Maybe you were building this yesterday, which would have been quite cool. But I had to work, so it's not for me. But at least I get to build this today. Yeah, please do put down in the comments what you're working on today, if you're working on anything. If you're building anything, if you're painting anything. B6. It's got to be this one, hasn't it? Big chunks of this tank. Quite thick. I can't wait to see what it looks like when I've completed it. So B6 is that one. And then you've got this sprue. There's two of these sprues, I think. This is sort of duplicated. A1 and A2. This is looking like A1, this one. I've had a look at my orders and I think I'm going to be receiving the Sisters of Battle model this week. I think Tuesday it might arrive, and I just expected it to arrive, next weekend. So that's a happy surprise, pleasant surprise. Hello Maxim, how you doing? I tried to get this unboxing out as quickly as possible. Because of work and stuff, it was last night I was able to do it, but yeah, I did it. This is A1. Okay, so that's A1 there. Yeah, it looked like a good day out there to be inside doing some Warhammer at least. Okay. Sorry, I haven't got a cough, it's just something in my throat. These tracks are interesting. This is my first experience of this kit and the model. Oh, Maxim, you'll be finishing a Rhino when I set it up. Oh, cool. Nice. I do need a lot more Rhinos in the Force. definitely. But I was impressed with this set. Opening it yesterday, yesterday evening about 8 o'clock or so. It's no secret. You can see on my watch is kind of like what time I'm doing these unboxes at. But yeah, I wasn't able to do it until about, I think it was about 8-ish. I mean, it's just the way it kind of fell. I would have preferred, I really would have preferred to have had yesterday off, and then, you know, give you the unboxing a lot earlier, and this live stream a lot earlier yesterday. But yeah, I couldn't really get around it, and you know, after what happened yesterday, I kind of wish I hadn't done that. Wish I had done this instead. So yeah, you know, more and more, you know, things are happening which make me want to do more of this, because you guys are awesome, you know, watching the content and leaving messages and things. You're such a good, such a fantastic motivator, and I hope I motivate you guys as well. Thoughts on the new kill team? Yeah, I mean, apart from them painting the faction in my favourite colour, you know, I think it looks quite cool. Like a flying focused kill team, right? And it's nice to have a kill team where there's, I say there's all new models. They've done that for a while now, haven't they? But what I mean is, it's not like, oh, it's scouts for Space Marines or something like that. Like a new set that you can only get in that kit, but it's for an existing faction. And I know they're both kind of for existing factions. I understand that, but yeah, they're so out there compared to, like, oh, it's, you know, Space Marine Scouts, or it's Chaos Cultists or whatever it was. Oh, thanks, Maxim. I appreciate that. Thank you. You miss you miss me sometimes. Oh man. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Hey, I would love to sit here and build and paint and talk about Warhammer with you guys all day, every day. You know, if I could. But unfortunately, I need to go to work, and I need to pay taxes and stuff. But oh well. I'm just going to change the blade out. Why not? New army, new blade. Is it a new army? No, technically it's not, with the Astraeus there. Is it the Astraeus? I can't remember. You don't like the science. Okay, fair enough. That's fair enough. We like what we like, don't we? I do think I agree. I mean, depends on sort of what part of the science you don't like. I mean, not a big fan of like the jetpack type things that they've got. Are they the Vespids? They look quite cool though. It's nice to see them back with new sculpts. Might be the first Tau models I pick up, right? Just pick up the kill team and the Manta. That's it. Oh, I've got a small force of Tau. Oh yeah, what do you have? Oh, just a Manta. Oh, okay. So you went all the way in with Tau. I mean, for me, I think if I did go Tau, I would go Aircast. Is it Aircast? Yeah. I just really hope they bring out more Mechanicum. Really do. Like they did with Solar. I mean, Solar, I think that there still could be some more things that they could turn into plastic. Maybe even create a couple of new things, you know, like they did with the Sentinels. I like how they have branched out. I say they, you know, Games Workshop. I like how Games Workshop have branched out now into Solar Auxilia and Mechanicum. Will we see Dark Mechanicum? I don't know. Will we see more plastic Custodes, more Sisters of Silence? I don't know. And what's great about this Mechanicum is the rules already are out there in the book. You know, a bit like Solar Auxilia in a way. Not the new stuff. You think the best part that I think it's the best part that this isn't a scheduled, yeah, not scheduled stream. Like, as I say, I wanted to stream yesterday, but I had to work all day, and I, you know, literally unboxed this box late last night, and then because I did it in 4K and stuff, I didn't make it public until about 9 o'clock, so it was as early as I possibly could without kind of not working. So yeah, the plan would have been to have a stream yesterday, you know, like in the afternoon or something. But I thought next best thing, we'll start it this morning and we'll see how far we get. Yeah, these big chunks, you see, these big chunks of the tank. I do have some time off next week, guys, so I most likely will be live streaming next week, probably tomorrow even, because I want to build these as not as quick as I can, but I just do want to get reviews out for you as quick as possible. That's why the plan is today is to, you know, try and finish this Triaros. Definitely the model that has the most number of parts, I would think, and it's the biggest, isn't it? The only downside of building this first is I don't really have any size comparisons to give it with you. That's the only downside. Well, other than like the resin Mechanicum that I've got. I suppose I could build a tech thrall at least. Build one tech thrall out of the 20. They don't look too too time consuming to put together. Not like Mechanicus, where they're very spindly small pieces and mould lines everywhere. You know, Mechanicus are a bit tricky to build and put together, especially Rumpelstiltskin, which I have not forgotten. I know Maxim was probably eagerly waiting to see that sniper on stilts in the unboxing of this. But save it for another day, I think. Probably add him to the order of the Thanatar. No HQ on the box, in the box. It's the same for the other Horus Heresy box sets, Revan, as you know. You've watched those videos, you know what's in those boxes. The thing is, you can pretty much use, at this point you could use 40k HQ, Tech Priest, sorry, really. That's why this set is so good, it's because I'd say because it doesn't have an HQ. Because if you bought multiples, then you just end up with more HQs than you need. You just end up with wastage. Whereas this kit, you're not going to end up with any wastage. This kit is just troops, by the way. You haven't watched the videos. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I've got, you normally watch all my videos. I'm looking at the Legiones Astartes battle group, and yours is the second comment on there, and that box set doesn't have an HQ, so maybe your memory's off, my friend. Yeah, no, you're pretty good at watching the vids. Pretty good. Let's go back to there. There we go. Hopefully it'll load again. Ah, there we go. Stills for the Still God. No needs for... Oh, thanks, Maxim. I didn't know I could like your... I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could like and love your comments and things. Is that new? I don't know. It's quite cool. Thank you, Maxim. We'll get there. We'll get this. We'll get the Stilt God. Maybe it'll be a meme. Maybe I'll turn it into a meme. Doing a size comparison with the Stilt Sniper for Mechanicus and all of these Mechanicum. I don't know. I don't feel like I want to tarnish these great sculpts with that abomination. It's definitely a Dark Mechanicus, isn't it? Definitely. It's just really bizarre because it's not like there's lots of vantage. I'm going to go off on a rant now. It's not like there's lots of there aren't any vantage points in the 40k kind of galaxy and universe. You know, there's lots of silly tall buildings, lots of high vantage points and things, and Mechanica. For me, I just think that Mechanicus, it would have been more, dare I say, efficient to incorporate kind of grappling hooks with high speed repels and things like that to get Mechanicus like snipers into place rather than just make him taller. just it just yeah, I'd like to speak to the designer of that model and just find out what the inspiration was. Try not to go on off on too much of a rant today, but okay. These are pretty nice pieces, I have to say. Yeah, I've been impressed with this kit. Yeah, if you didn't already know, this is like it's a Mechanicum battle group. It's all troops. So the Thalax are troops, the 20 tech thralls are troops. Obviously, this that I'm building is the troop transport, the Triaros conveyor. I think it holds 20. I think it's quite survivable as well. A lot of the Mechanicum tanks have these flare shields. And so are the Castellax as well. I'm not sure whether like Castellax at one point were elites, but they are troops. If people didn't know that already. I'm glad it doesn't look like I'm filing my nails today. Kind of sort of sat back a little bit. Oh yeah, definitely, Meepish, definitely. Totally agree. Hello, Anton. How are you doing? Yeah. Is that still? Yeah, it does default. I mean, I don't mind it, but I'd rather it... Yeah, let's just do default back to lower quality. I want it to be sent out in the highest quality I can. Send it to you, the stream I'm talking about. We're not going to do anything with the track just yet, but we will start gluing some pieces. I don't think I glued this in, did I? No. So these look like they... Okay, go in there. So you've got these cutouts for them. Sorry, these plugs and sockets in a way. These sockets. There you go. there. So they go in these rectangle sockets rather than the holes. That. And that would be good if it actually stayed where it was. Thank you. And then we just sandwich this. I'm thinking that we do this again on the other side. This is really quite cool though. I like how this sandwiches together. So there is a gap there, which of course will be filled with the tracks. Speaking of which, these tracks don't look as sort of laborious as the, you know, like the typical tank tracks and things, which is quite cool. Yeah, I did want to build Castellax first, but I think most people wanted me to build this tank, the Triaros, so that's what I'm doing. I will build a tech thrall as well today, like for size sort of comparisons. I think the plan is today is to build this Triaros and a tech thrall, and then tomorrow I'm up for doing another live stream and building a Castellax. And then Tuesday, if I've got some time, could build the 5 Thalax. And then during the week, I'll probably build the rest of the tech thralls and the remaining Castellax. It's just a really nice set. I can definitely see myself picking up a second set soon. I mean, this is what I wanted to begin with. I wanted the Adeptus Astartes and all their releases in like a year. I know that would have been a lot, but they managed to do that in the 2 years. And then I wanted Mechanicum. And then like Solar Auxilia. Because I think Solar Auxilia, they could have brought out some plastic flyers. But they've decided to do you know, Mechanicum third. Not too long after Solar. It's only been a few months, hasn't it, since Solar, so... right, so they want you to put it... I think it will go... I want to say this way? Yeah, definitely this way. Yeah. So that should go on like so. But we'll get the rest of the tracks cut out. So 2 lots of A4. There. A7. And 4 A4s. Yeah, you did, Maxim. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Oh, 2 or 3 of the box sets. Well, that depends if you're going for like for a horde army, really. I mean, if you only collect Mechanicum and you want 60 tech thralls, which are all going to look very similar, if not the same, then yeah, go for 3 box sets. If you want a force that you can draw upon and that you've got lots of options, you know, 2 is definitely the way forward. 1 is a bit one is you dipping your toe into it. Is it enough for an army? No, I don't think so. Even if you had a Thalax, I don't think it gives you as much flexibility as if you have the 2 box sets. I think 2 is definitely the way forward with this. And I'm just pleased that it didn't get sold out. I'm pleased that there's still plenty available and that scalpers didn't kind of scoop them all up. Which I want to say happened for Solar Auxilia, at least here in the UK it did. Solar Auxilia was getting a bit tricky to pick up, and definitely the Space Marine one before then. That was tricky. With my stream, is it easier to paint? No, not really. I probably would say it is. It's not too bad. I've got some paint things over here, and I've got my paint pots on the shelves. But for me, my sort of area is kit out. It's sort of set up, should I say, for building more than painting. But you know, the last stream I did was painting, wasn't it? Wasn't it the Dimacheron that I finished? Or was it the Lehman Russ? It's probably the Lehman Russ, wasn't it? But yeah, I would like a bigger setup, a much bigger desk, so that I could have an area of the desk where I could do reviews, and then an area of the desk where I could build and paint, sort of like in one place. That might happen one day. I don't know. Yeah, I like the new Skaven models as well, though. They keep bringing out some awesome looking models, which is tempting me. I definitely would have bought some Skaven if it wasn't for knowing about this Mechanicum coming out. Yeah, new Vermalord, yeah. I totally agree, Maxim. And I do like some of the other sculpts that would go well with him. Okay, so that should be all the tracks ready to just clean and then put together, and then we've just got to do that all again. And then you've got the hull. Oh, I do like these big cogs. Yeah, put the hull together. Doesn't look too tricky. You've got a few of these brackets though to put on, and then just put the sides, you know, the hatches, and then the weapon up top, which looks like it has 2 Volkite calivers. They're doing this more and more with the instructions where they're naming the weapons, which is brilliant. So that's the flare shield, those 2 kind of void shield type things. You've got 2 Volkite calivers and then the Mauler bolt cannon. So do I think the Mech Workshop will be back for new kill team? The Mech Workshop, is that the Orc one? I mean, if they have some Orc models in a new kill team, then yeah. Or do you think, are you thinking like, will the Mech Workshop be available separately? Is that what you mean? I mean, these you can kind of get away not filing compared to the Solar Auxilia Lehman Rosses. It's not too bad, these, if anyone wanted to know. I'm a bit overkill when it comes to mold lines and filing though. But if you were thinking of picking this kit up and you just wanted to clip the parts off the sprue and then not have too much of a clean up, this is fine. Big tank tracks as well, like long. Yeah, this bit probably take you the longest out of the whole build if you were to clean it up. And that's the beauty about the sort of resin kits. Although they're heavier, you don't need to be doing this on those. It'd be straight up. These would have been moulded onto the wheels of the tracks, I think. I would have liked to have got my hands on a resin Triaros just to give you guys some comparison, maybe build them at the same time. That would have been useful. No, they're not. They're not. As I said, these are probably the least bad. Least bad. What am I using English now? These are the least prominent mold lines on tank tracks out of like the Land Raider, Rhino, Lehman Rosses, and this is you can get away with not filing these. I'm literally just filing these for my my own sanity. But yeah, you can get away with not doing this. Whereas the Land Raiders, Rhinos, and Lehman Rosses, probably not. I would say the Lehman Rosses are the worst out of those, with maybe the Rhinos and Predators coming in second, then the Land Raiders. Land Raiders ones aren't too bad, I don't think. I'm going through these quite quick. Yeah, totally agree, Casper. Well said, my friend. You know, these vehicles. That's why I'd love to see some plastic. Is it the Triaros tanks? You know, the ones that have these cogs and they have like a lightning cannon or whatever it is. They're so cool. And because they've got some of these parts for this Triaros, I hope that they bring out the Krios or whatever it is in plastic. I don't know whether they'll bring out the Karaknos. I mean, they should, because they've got the chassis and the tracks and things in plastic. All they need to do is have another sprue or two for the top missiles. But I don't think the Karaknos is an old vehicle, though. I don't think it's been around for a long time. Yeah, thank you for the questions and the comments and things this morning. Really helps the stream. I do try and read all of them. And you guys are so good that if I don't pick up on a question, you sort of help out and answer viewers' questions, which is awesome. Yeah. I mean, I can't really say I've been waiting for this kit a long time because it wasn't announced, you know, two years ago. But what I will say is I you know, had hoped that they would bring Mechanicum out for plastic, because I don't really own, well, except for that and a few more axes and Knights and Titans and things, don't really own you know, resin smaller minis for Mechanicum. You know, like the Tech Thralls and the Castellax. I always wanted to pick up a few Castellax. I even probably wrote down a list of resin Mechanicum to buy at one point. Just never pulled the trigger. Right, that's the tracks done. They're not too bad to work on. Certainly not as bad as the Lehman Rosses, I don't think. Right, so we said that way, and it's like that. Okay. Okay, that goes in quite well. Happy with that. What we'll do is we'll then work the other way around. Yeah, we've got to do this again, guys. Can't get away with it. We've got to do it for the other set of the other side. Okay, so this is the tricky bit. These are going well. These are going together quite well. I'd actually say better than the sort of humanoid tanks. You know what I mean? Like the rhinos and the predators. Well, same thing. Yeah, these are going together quite well. Quite satisfying. I don't know what it is, but I am enjoying this more than the like Malcador and the Dracosan. I was a bit dubious about these long tank tracks, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that piece would have been one piece with the resin for the Forge World kit. So that's one side of the tank tracks complete. Right, on to the next side. Hello Moxitron, how you doing? Good to see you again. Yeah, we've got a Sunday build today. Hope you're doing well. Put down in the comments what you're building or painting, or you know. The focus at the channel at the moment is all Mechanicum right now. Going to try and get these Mechanicum built and reviewed for you as quick as I can. There are 1, 2, 3. There are 4 different units in this set. So the plan really is to get the review for the Trios out tomorrow. I know that's unheard of, like within a day of picking up a set. And then yeah, the rest of the mini review should follow shortly after. I'd like to review all of these units this week. Well, definitely the Triaros, a Castellax, and like 10 Tech Thralls or something. Maybe like the Thalax next week, like Monday. You know, the week after, I mean, you know, B3. What's this one? Colourless instructions. No, there's some colour. There's blue and yellow and a different shade of blue, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then green, 5 colours right there. Oh, nice one. Oh, that sounds really cool. You're painting your clan rats today. That's really cool. What do you think of the Vermin Lord, by the way? A1, A2, yeah, A1. Yeah, I thought I would be overcome by this feeling building this this Mechanicum tank, and the feeling I'm getting right now is I'd love like quite a few like maybe not clanking, but surely these tanks make some cool noises as they're churtling along, and that's the feeling I'm getting, that I'd like quite a few different Mechanicum tanks. And it would have been cool to build quite a few of them today. But yeah, we've got the Tech Priest and the Thalax, sorry, the Thanatar to look forward to at least. But yeah, I sure hope that they release like a Krios dual kit or something. Karachnos, yeah, I mean, I'm up for that, but it's just this kit, isn't it? But with an extra sprue, probably. Other kits I'd like to see in plastic for Mechanicum, definitely Ursulax, definitely the Domitar. That would be nice to see them in plastic. Maybe the Myrmidons. Some kind of other weapon platforms as well on tracks. Oh, nice one, Moxatron. Yeah, I was specifically looking at Mechanicum Revan. I wasn't kind of going off on a tangent on Custodes, because there's loads of Custodes that are in resin. Right. A5. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but these tank tracks are sort of don't fill me with as much dread as the Lehman Russ and the Rhino ones. And then there's that, and that's it for the tracks. Not many pieces left on these two sprues really, just the cogs and the flare shields. So that is those two sprues sort of done, really, in the scheme of things. So yeah, two sprues for the sides of the tanks and the tracks. one sprue for the top and the bottom, and the doors, which are huge. Have I got a Space Marine? Yeah, right here. Could a Mark 6? Yeah, Mark 6 could comfortably walk out of those doors. Should these doors be on a Rhino? Has anyone ever put these doors on a Rhino? Well, probably not, because the kit came out like yesterday, but yeah, very nice. Oh, nice one, Tesco. So you do have some Mechanicum in resin. The only Mechanicum I have in resin, well, apart from the Knights and the Titans, is it Scoria? Like the scorpion type spider character. He's Dark Mechanicum, isn't he? I think. He was expensive, but I really like the model, and very fun to build. He's got a whopping thick, thick sort of scenic base thing that he sits upon. Yeah. I kind of do want to get the Magos Dracovac though. I would like to get him. Isn't he the one on that kind of floating? Not pillar, but floating thing. You know what I mean? Platform. I might as well call it that. But you can remove him off, can't you? So. Yeah, he is awesome. Yeah. I might still pick him up. That's the problem with new plastic heresy, is that you then look at the resin range and you're like, oh, I wouldn't mind picking up that or that to go with the new army. Like I did with Soldier Auxiliary, really. I didn't pick up anything in resin, but I was very, very tempted with a Stormhammer. Whenever they're in stock, that is. That's the other issue. Everybody's got the same idea. And they want to buy some resin to go with their new plastic heresy. Are the new Blood Angels more noticeable as vampires at all? I'd say they're less noticeable because Games Workshop have literally clipped their wings. It's like, we won't give them wings, but we will paint some little wings on their jump pack flaps, or areoles, whatever they're called, aerofoils, I don't know, whatever they're called. Yeah, and also they're taking away the nipples off the armor. I mean, that's like one of the stand-in features, surely. So for me, the Blood Angels unfortunately are a no. For those two main reasons: no wings and no nipples. So yeah, it's a shame really, because I used to like Blood Angels a lot. But yeah, I'm not feeling the new kits. And they're doing that thing where they're only giving you like 3 Space Marines, 3 Primaris Space Marines in a kit, and probably going to charge you £35-40 for 3 plastic Primaris, which, yeah, they're just reducing the size because the number of kits, they're reducing the number in their unit because they're Primaris. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan. Like the Templars, I really like those Black Templars, and the Dark Angels. I thought they were very, very cool, but not. I don't think they've done the Blood Angels justice. I don't think, anyway. And the thing is, if they can make all Blood Angels Primaris with the Black Rage and the Red Thirst and things like that, then because they've put that into the lore, they can do that for Grey Knights now. Like, the gloves are off. I mean, I didn't think that they would be able to, but they can now literally change 20, 30. I'm going to go off on a rant. They can now literally change 20, 30 years worth of lore in one tweet. So, and anything's possible, and anything will be possible to appease. Well, we all know who, don't we? Shareholders. That's what I'm talking about. If I wasn't so clear. So yeah, they can just. I mean, and it's their narrative, I guess, but it's up to you whether you sort of agree with it or go along with the ride. I'm just here for cool minis, and the community. So, you collect Blood Angels and you're disappointed. Yeah, I mean, I do have a few Blood Angels minis, but you know, and I did originally kind of collect Blood Angels like shortly after my own chapter that I created, Black Bloods, which is kind of Black Consoles, but also a bit of Blood Angels. You know, and I have Bile Predators, I have Sanguinius. The thing is, the Horus Heresy Blood Angels, in my humble opinion, aren't anything special either. Like, you know, sorry if you disagree. Well, I'm not sorry. It's just your opinion as well. But I'm not really. When I look at like the Dark Angels minis compared to the Blood Angels, both in Heresy and 40k, I just think, yeah. And the thing is, Blood Angels, they have so much scope to make them like vampires, ferocious, more ferocious than World Eaters and things. But they don't, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, I agree, Moxitron, but they retconned that, didn't they? Yeah, Maxim enlightened me about that, so thank you, Maxim. Zephon and Tactical Squad. Zephon's good. Yeah, I do like Zephon. In only that he's not really lore accurate because they messed up which leg is bionic and things. But when you read about Zephon, you think he's kind of even more ferocious as than his model. But then again, I think about that with Fafnir Ran, really. Yeah, two absolute legends. Anyway, dance, monkey, dance. Say the thing. No, I'll do what I want, thanks, because I don't tell you what to do, and I never would. So yeah, no, I've got so many things to build at the moment. Painting that Acastus is not on my list at the moment. High up. I would rather spend the time spraying that Acastus, building these minis and giving you reviews for them, you know. I mean, I'm happy to do a poll. We can do a poll to just prove how wrong you really are, publicly. I'm happy to do that. I think I know the results, so there's no point me wasting my time creating a poll, is there? And plus, you probably wouldn't stick around to see the results of the poll. But yeah, I do. I love building. I like painting least out of everything. I like building and collecting more than gaming and painting. You know, I'd probably say I like gaming more than painting as well. I'm not bad at painting, don't get me wrong. It's just it takes me so long because I'm a perfectionist. You know, if you've ever seen any of the videos and things of me painting, I like to spend a lot of time going over kind of the same things until I'm happy. And that's the thing about this hobby is, you know, you should be the one that's happy. Because it's your models, it's your money that you spent. Yeah. Space Wolves. Oh yeah, Space Wolves. Good change. I'll send you the Acastus, and I'll never get it back. But thank you for offering to paint it. Yeah, you're right. I do get a lot of requests from people to say, oh, you know, you'll never be able to paint it all, and you know, I'll paint your Titans or your Thunderhawk and things like that, and it really humbles me. I'm really quite kind of taken aback by people offering to spend their time to, you know, improve my collection. Let's face it. But I'm all right. But thank you. I mean, I guess this is the thing. I've got an absolutely huge collection, and I'm all right with that. I think I don't know many people that have got sort of a similar size collection as me that's sort of not painted or not finished. And I think how it affects you knowing that is very individual. Like, for me, it's never really bothered me. It would bother me more to paint it all, and then put it in boxes, because I literally don't have the space. I can't put all of the models I own in one room. Like, so there's no way I can display it. And I would want to display it, don't get me wrong. I'd love to have them all on display and things, but I just don't have the space for that. So they would be in boxes and things. Like, I'm keeping the Dimacheron out on the shelf, collecting dust a little bit, because I want to get my my mileage from enjoying the paint job and things. But you know, a lot of the time, like my Telemon, I don't have my Telemon Dreadnought anywhere here, and I'd love to see that every day, but it's just in a box, and that triggers me more, having painted models that are just sat in a box somewhere, than not being painted. I think it's something about, like, appreciating, you know, the work that you've done. You know, it's something about that, maybe. I don't know. And you know, I agree, things do look better on display, but I just don't have the room to put things on display. And I don't game a lot either, with the models that I have put together. if I had a choice between like having two fully armored, fully painted armies, and we're talking about like, I don't know, Titans and like one Legion of Space Marines, or having my collection that's, you know, 90 something percent unpainted, I'd pick that, definitely. No question. Because I've enjoyed all the experiences that these models have given me, putting them together, building them, doing all the videos as well. Like, that's another thing for me, is having these models built and getting to talk about them and explaining them. You know, if that's helped people, that is so rewarding. That's fair enough. Is it so special? I don't know. I mean, mine arrived with a couple of millimeters of soot on it because it had just been in the warehouse for probably 6 years. I don't know. I mean, you've seen the unboxing of the Acastus Knight. Forge World, they could have, I don't know, maybe my expectations are too high or maybe they're too low, but surely they could have just, they've heard of like kitchen roll or wipe. They could have just wiped it off. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, but yeah, it is a nice model, and I think I did a good job with the pose. Way better than the Porphyrion. Although the Porphyrion's a bit limited in decent poses that you can put it in, really, because it's just like legs and then weapons, whereas this has the torso movement and things. I kind of view those Porphyrions as sort of standing weapons platforms, whereas this thing can be nightmare fuel, really, with those heavy conversion beamers. Cool. Oh yeah, that's a really cool gaming board with the Crash Thunderhawk. That is really, really cool. I always wanted one of those. Fun fact, when the Stormbird was announced, released, this is what, I want to say 2017? Did I get it? I can't remember. 2016, 2017. I actually thought that it came with one of the gaming tiles, like the landing pad gaming tile, because you'd think, oh, one of those, you know, the Stormbird is about 800, 900 pounds. Maybe it will come with a gaming tile that it's probably worth to them to make, maybe 20, 30 quid. Probably a bit more, actually. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed that it didn't come with a flyer landing pad. And I don't think they make them anymore, I don't think. Or they Crash Thunderhawk. You know what they could have done? Because they had a Crash Thunderhawk, they could have made a tile that had like a crashed Warlord Titan or something. Or a Reaver Titan, I don't know, something. Or even a crashed Stormbird, maybe. But those wings are pretty big and heavy. Anyway, I'll be back in a sec. I'm just going to use this sign as well. I'm just going to go grab a drink. Always good to have a little walk around. Spared no expense. Right, I'm back. That's a really good thing to say, SF videos actually. And I do think that the pose and the paint job definitely sells the model. So yeah. Hello Roussel, how you doing? Right. Good. Oh, okay, no worries. Well, hope you're well. Video game wise, right? So, I have been playing a fair bit of Doom 2. Well, Doom really, and Doom 2. There was a collection that came out. It's free on Game Pass. I was going to pick it up on PlayStation because I do like the controller and the trophies. But then I thought, well, hang on a minute. Don't Microsoft own Bethesda? Bethesda own id or whatever, and yeah, so it should be free on Game Pass, and it was. So I'm quite chuffed. Saved myself £8 on that. It's pretty good. I can't play long periods of time on it though. That's what I found out. But it's high resolution. The controller's good. You got vibration. You got trophies and achievements. I've also been playing Dredge DLC. They got some new DLC for Dredge. It's interesting, but the thing is about Dredge is what I like about Dredge is going to different areas and finding new fish, and exploring and having little missions and things, more than like building a base. So, and with the oil rig thing, that's kind of what you do in a bit. You're building a base in a way. You're going out collecting resources and then upgrading it. You know, to what end? I mean, your ship is already quite advanced, quite upgraded. But yeah. Right, so just got to clean up these Judge Dredd. Yeah, I think so too, definitely. As long as there's like a motorbike part to it. Judge Dredd would make a good game if it was kind of like a bit like oops, why did I do that? Kind of a bit like Mass Effect, where you had the Paragon points and whatever. That would be good. So you could choose your dialogue, and you had a fixed time to pick your dialogue options. I think that would work quite well. I was going to live stream it, just live stream me playing Doom and stuff, but I don't really talk in those live streams, so. And it would have been on Twitch, which I have not been on Twitch for a long time. Oh yeah, like Fallout. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but Fallout, you don't have timed responses, do you? I can't remember. You have like responses where your speech level has to be a certain level, yes. But with Mass Effect, you could pick, again, Mass Effect, you had Paragon, like good and evil responses, um, based on your sort of Paragon points as well. But I think that would work with Dread. So you could be like a real mean Dread, or you could be, I say, a bit lenient, but still uphold the law. Um, a bit like Deus Ex. Like you could do it like that, but looking like Dread. I think that would work, especially with like your upgrades and your weapons, things like that. Um, fair Dread, tough but fair, yeah. Or you could go down like to be a corrupt judge. Um, like in the stories, where judges have been so corrupt that they then sort of work for the syndicate and stuff to try and kill other dreads, other judges. Sorry, keep calling them dreads. You know what I mean? So size comparisons with this Triaros. Definitely going to have the Acastus Knight in all the Mechanicum videos, just to go to. I'll have the Moirax. I might have the Atrapos, I don't know. It's getting a bit too Knight heavy then, with comparisons. I build one Tech Thrall for this review. Interesting. Yeah, if you weren't here in this part of the stream when I was talking about the other tracks, these are fine to file and clean up. compared to like Land Raiders, Rhinos, Predators, Lehman Russes. Yeah. Yeah, this does appeal to me. Thank you for asking. Yeah, yeah, this does appeal to me. I mean, we haven't got up, you know, this is just like the standard things that you have to do with all tanks, isn't it? The tracks normally you kick off with. But we haven't even got to like the juicy bits, which is like the chassis and the weapons and things. Like looking at this tank, it gets me excited for other plastic Mechanicum tanks, put it that way. You know, if they use these tracks, if they use the cogs and things. And also, could they make a Dark Mechanicum from these sets? That's what I always think of. I always think of the future of the kits that I'm currently building, like as a template. A bit like the Land Raider Spartans. You know, they decided to go all in, create these big Land Raider Spartans, which are huge, and then of course they then used all of those parts, the chassis parts, the tracks and things, for the standard Land Raider Proteuses and you know, the Typhon and the Cerberus, and you know, I would have liked to see more variants, of course, like a Land Raider like command tank, like a Phobos or whatever it was. I can't remember. You know, with the quad heavy bolters, that would have been fun. I'm still waiting on my. I've forgotten the Land Raider, the one with the frag cannon on the front and the sort of really cool armor. Like there's no assault ramp. That one with the multi melters sponsons. Yeah, I would have liked to see more esoteric, some unique Land Raiders born from the kit. A bit like with the Sakaran, like, you know, they've gone to the trouble of making it a Sakaran plastic with the Venator and things. I would have liked to have seen like the Arcus in plastic and maybe the Punisher. I don't know. I mean, not really, because like these are the outside of the tank. This is the outside of the tank. And like you can spray that silver. There's no issue in getting those nooks and crannies. They're not going to be covered. And the thing is, you could spray this whole tank metal, which is probably what I'm going to do. And then you can just pick out the red. And the red will give you, because you've already sprayed it metal, the red will give you like a metallic shine, which will be cool. But no, I don't know about sub-assembly for this. Or for any of the other Mechanicum ones. Maybe for some of the Mechanicus models, like the Scorpius, because you've got some internal things going on there. And the Flyer. I mean, some people might not even paint the red on it, or they might paint a different colour, or they might just spray it metallic, shade it, highlight it, done, you know. Like straight off the factory without any house colours. I might paint mine black, like thinking about it, like black with the gold, but I can't remember whether I've painted any Mechanicus red. Can't remember. But these vehicles definitely look cool compared to the 40k stuff that we get. I find that a lot with Horus Heresy anyway, actually. Stuff looked cooler back in the day. I don't know, I think it might depend on your age as well. You know, if you've only been brought up on Primaris, then you might just think Primaris are the best thing since sliced bread, but I don't know. Anyway, that's the mould lines done. We managed it, we cracked it. Mould lines everywhere. Oh, that's good that you're building the Rhino at the same time, Maxim. It's really good. Yeah, definitely, SF. I totally agree with you. Cholula, I don't know about 3. I mean, if they're going to be your only army, yeah, the more the merrier. I think 3 would be fine. You'll have 60 tech thralls. You'll have 18 phalanxes. I don't know whether they can be in a unit of 12, though. I have to get the book in a bit. You have plenty of Castellax. It's a troop box set at the end of the day. You know, you can't really go wrong with it. Let me just get the old rules. Hang on. I don't need a sign for this. Not updated garment. No. Where's my book gone? Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is what you'll need, guys. just walking around this area. You'll need this Liber Mechanicum book that has been out for 2 years, I think. Yeah, 2022. Oops. Oh God, what's going on here? Come on, why can I not? I'm gonna get all the way. There we go. All right, sorry, a bit of an earthquake going on. Yeah, so the Karachnos is heavy support. The Thanatar, see the Murmured and Destructor Host, that would be good in plastic. The Vorax, the Voltarax, the Ursarax, the Altarax. You got the Triaros armored conveyor. You know, front armor 12, front armor 14. Sorry, side and rear are 12. Very solid. Yeah, the Castellax. Yeah, Castellax. You've got 1 Castellax and up to 4 additional Castellax. So you could have 3 box sets and still and have 1 left over. That's the only thing with having 3 sets. You'll have 6, whereas a unit can be 5. So you could have 2 units of 3, or 1 unit of 4 and 1 unit of 2. Phalanx, yeah, you can have 12 in a unit. So you could have 1 unit of 12 and 1 unit of 6. The tech thralls, you could have 2 units of 30, because there's normally 10, and you can have up to 20. So yeah, three sets work. They really do. I'm definitely going to get a second set because I've enjoyed this. I really have. Oops. Yeah, go for it, Igzorn. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like if I haven't painted a bit of mine red, then I might go for black, to kind of have the allegiance with Dark Angels, and the gold would go well too. rather than look like a brand new kind of faction, if they're kind of linked. Yeah, good one, good one. Nice. Right, okay, we're just going to glue these tracks on. Yeah, good morning, Alaric. Hope you're well. So once again, we put these on. These, isn't it? Oh, I didn't. Ah, that is noticeable. Yeah, I thought I'd clean these up. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Try again. Better. How many bits is this compared to the Forge World? As I have 3 of them for my Myrmidon's army. You have 3 of these, or 3 Triaros. If you've got 3 Triaros for your Forge World, how many bits is this? That's a really good question. Probably... Probably 60 pieces? I don't know. It's 4 sprues. So you get 2 sprues with the tracks and the sides, and then you get 2 sprues for the hull and the top and bottom. So I still think you'd be quicker with your resin. This is take you longer, because I'm assuming like this piece with the tracks on is just one piece for you, if you can remember. So I don't know how long it was since you built yours. Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Very nice. So you're looking at 4 more, so you have 7 Triaros. Yeah, it's a nice kit. But yeah, definitely will take you longer than your resin ones. But I've been very impressed with this. You know, and you do like your Mechanicum, so yeah, I'd say it's worth picking them up. There we go. Yeah, I've been impressed with this kit. I mean, I'm gonna pick up a second box set soon, before they all run out. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know whether they'll run out. And then for me, that's it for me. So I'll only have 2 Triaros Hopefully they'll bring out a plastic Carachnos, and I'll have one of those. Hope that helps anyway. That's fair enough. Okay, so one more final piece. Yeah. Yeah, this has been a satisfying kit so far. But I dare say, I'm tempting fate a little bit here, if I did choose to build the Castellax, I reckon I would have completed the Castellax by now. We'll see. I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow. And I'm going to build one of the Castellax tomorrow in the live stream. There, finally. That's all the tracks done. Quite happy with that. They went together very well. The mold lines weren't too bad. Certainly not as bad as the Dracosan. If you wanted to see a size comparison already, I do have a Lehman Russ right here. I do have the Malcador, which is kind of the same size as the old Dracosan. So that's how big one of these is next to... It's a big boy, it really is. It's bigger than the Malcador, look. Look at the tracks on that. Probably going to be wider. Definitely going to be wider than a Malcador. So yeah, I do take a fair bit of room. Right. I hope that helps. We'll just leave the Lehman Russ there just for a moment. Right, next stage, the hull. Okay, so we're still on sprue A, which I think is this, isn't it? This is sprue A still. So 2 A8s. This is where the tank will start taking shape, actually. I start to use the sprue C. This is this one. This is the rear of the tank, I think. B7. Two A9s. And then the front plough thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty unique. And then you've got lots of little extra bits that go on the sides of these sides of the chassis. I'm just going to take them off now, because we're getting to that point where we can almost put them together. Yeah, I wonder whether they'll release the Thanatar and the Tech Priest like separately as their own release, or whether they will have all of this Mechanicum stuff released, you know, in one go. That'll be interesting to find out. So I've been live streaming for about 2 hours. Yeah, almost 2 hours. We'll see how far we get in the next hour. Not sure whether we'll finish it, but no, that's a fair point. Quite a big kit. Well, the biggest kit in this set, at least. Three hours is a bit ambitious. I don't know, I might stop for lunch and then stream again, we'll see. I mean, at least we can probably in this next hour get the hull done. And maybe the top. I mean, once you've done that, you've only got like to glue the two sides together, and then the guns. I don't actually know what's for lunch. It's an interesting question. I've got, it might be a sausage sandwich. But it depends if the sausages are defrosted. I should have defrosted them yesterday, really, but ooh, nearly. Right, that's those done. I can afford sausages. Yeah. Frozen sausages, though. You're right. I should only be on tap water and plastic. Well, the only other variant of this Krieg is the Karachnos. That's it. There's no other variant, unless they just invent one. So I don't think they'd go to all that trouble designing and sculpting and designing this Triaros with the hull and everything if they weren't going to bring the Karachnos into plastic. I might be wrong, but so far they've done that with the Land Raider, the Deimos Rhino, the Solar Auxilia, Lehman Russes. You know, with like the Malcador, for instance, and the Dracosan, they've got the same kit pretty much. I'd definitely buy a Karachnos in plastic. Definitely. It's got such a cool weapon. Doesn't it fire like rad bombs, rad mortars or something? Rad phage mortars. And then it's got lingering death. I can't remember. I'd have to just pick up that book. That's to my side. I do go off on these tangents. Okay, so that's the front bit done. Okay, right, that's those are done. Let me just get that book actually. Tap water and plastic glue. Yep, pretty much. You've heard this model's bigger than the old kits. I don't know about that. The kit came out yesterday. I think it would be like for like, much like all the other kits that have come out. Yeah, weapon wise, let me just have a look at that. Heavy support. Karachnos. It's armed with a Karachnos mortar battery, which is, weapon wise, it's a missile weapon. It's 60-inch range, strength 6, AP 4. Okay, that's not the best. Heavy 1, but it is a massive blast. So it's not just a 3-inch, a 5-inch, it's a 7-inch. So 7 inches is massive, apparently. Barrage, Fleshbane, Radphage, ignores cover, pinning, shell shock 3, and crawling fire. So it doesn't have lingering death, but it's got that crawling fire. So cool. Yeah, that's just a very nice weapon, and it's 60 inches as well. So they're not going to use it for the Ordinatus, no. No, the Ordinatus is massive. It's massive. The tracks are way bigger for that. And the lovely lightning cannons. Yeah, nice one, Alaric. Yeah, nice one. 7-inch Radphage Fleshbane missile. Wow, that is cool. What happened to your cutting mat? Yeah, I did. I did spill glue on it. Yep, that's what happens. If you spill any glue and you instantly dry it off or take it off, it will smudge. It'll smudge all your grid. Yeah, I almost was knocked unconscious when that Tamiya spilled over. Basically fainted because of the fumes. so try and avoid that. I don't know what it is, but it's not like I left the top off. It's I'd only just finished using it, and then for some reason I pushed it, and I must be super strong or something to knock a heavy glass thing. For it to go from that to that, yeah. Well, it happened anyway. Luckily, I've got another spare one somewhere. But it's annoying when that happens. Okay. Oh wow, these only go in one way. That's interesting. Quite a nice design. Like a tooth design there. Will that? Yes, I think it will go on. Oh, okay. No. It goes on that way. Strong saying. Super Saiyan mode. Yeah, that's what it was. I went Super Saiyan and knocked the Tamiya over. It's all that training in the hyperbolic chamber. You know, you guys think I'm building these miniatures in 1 atmosphere. I'm not. I'm actually building these in 10 atmospheres. That's sometimes why there's a pause on the video, because it's having to adjust for the pressure. Is it hyperbolic time chamber? Yeah. Oh right, we get to do the base. Wow, we progressed quite quickly there. This massive piece. What? Skill issue? You have a car accident? Oh, skill issue. Yeah, okay. You fall over, skill issue. No, it just happens, doesn't it? Just an accident. I'll take that skill issue actually. With the thousands of miniatures I've built over the years, to only spill a Tamiya pot once is actually, I think, quite skilled. And who knows? Maybe I needed a rest. Maybe I needed to faint from the fumes and have a little snooze, little hobby snooze. You can't wait till your box comes. Oh, nice one, Exor. Nice one. What do I think about the Warhammer B&U 30mm models? I don't know about that, but I know that there was 25mm bases with this kit. You want Oberon from Hell's Reach, yeah. Oh, nice one, Victor. Nice one. That's really cool. I like it when viewers are sort of building kind of what I'm building, if that makes sense. Like, kind of like a build along. Have you thought about painting yours? Like, what colours you're going to go for? Like, are you going to go for the red or your own colour? I'm trying to veer away from red, because for me, red is like Mars. And Mars, Horus has Mars, so it's like, for me at least, that I kind of view that as more traitor Mechanicum, but I don't mind painting like the sides black and gold. I think that would work well, and that's what I'm doing with the Solder Auxiliary anyway. Glue this snow plough to the front. Actually sandwiches in, so it's worth gluing these sides. I should have got scented glue. Do Tamiya do scented glue? Thank you, Sin. Appreciate that. Thank you. I think I should paint my Mechanicum standard grey. Mechanicum standard grey. Excellent. Oh dear. Call it a day. Right, I don't know why, but there's lots of parts for these. Maybe they were just added into the part count, I'm not sure, but for some reason there are a lot of parts for this bit. It's quite annoying, but and they're all like A1, A11, A10, A12. There's even a B10 in there as well, which I think are these large pieces, yeah. So we'll cut both of those off. Well, I'm enjoying this. This is really good. Not that far off completing it in the grand scheme of things. These little pieces though are proper speed bumps, I think, to the kit. Could they have sculpted them on the side pieces? I don't know. Maybe. So 3 A11s. Just going to put that over there. Would that be? There's another A11. Oops. A10, 3 A11s, the B, and then the 2 A12s. Yeah, what a speed bump of a selection of parts this step is. House Malinax, ivory colour. Yeah, that sounds cool. Black with dark red accents. That's cool. Metallic with purple. Yeah, I'm up for that. That sounds quite interesting. The towel, they're a bit boobish. Yeah, maybe. They're quite sort of cartoony, aren't they? Quite thick. I'm just happy that we've got a new towel. Like, I say new towel, we had new towel a little while ago, didn't we? But you know what I mean, like, yeah. You did your Tyranids in Red Goblin colour shift. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know, if I had to repaint my Tyranids, I'd probably do like not a pearlescent, but you know what I mean, like a, Yeah, that sounds good. Like an iridescent, that's what I meant. Sort of colour. Maybe sort of sparkly. Sparkly pink, no. Oh, right, okay. That's what you meant, okay. I think 40k definitely is trying to appeal to the younger hobbyist. Especially now that they announced that there've always been female custodies. Maybe younger kids want those mummies in gold armor, oiled up. I don't know. That seems to be what they're kind of pushing. They just want. They've always had them as well. Apparently. You base them off the desert, okay. New Vespers look parts like the old Tyranids. Yeah, they do a bit. Yeah. They do look quite thick, don't they? I like the colours that they've gone for. Orange, but then again, orange is my favourite colour, isn't it? So. Orange and gold, I think. For me. Right. Let's file these up. Yeah, definitely a speed bump, these little extra parts that you have to put on the chassis. Yeah, I'll finish at slightly after 12, because then I've been live streaming for 3 hours, and probably best if I go get some food and lunch. If you weren't here at the start of the stream, I did say that I think the Sisters of Battle mini should be here Tuesday. You know, the lady with the flaming sword. I'm not going to paint her white. I'm going to paint her blood red, like my Bloody Rose. I just don't care. Any of the characters and things, I'm painting them. My house colour for Sisters. These will be for, that's a good question, thanks Maxim. These will be for Dark Angels. You know, if they do make some Dark Mechanicum, then I probably would attach Dark Mechanicum to Death Guard. Maybe, depends on what the Dark Mechanicum look like, but maybe leaning more towards Word Bearers. It's either going to be Word Bearers or Death Guard for the dark stuff. If it's like kind of demonic, then yeah, it would fit with the Word Bearers more than Death Guard. But these specific ones and the next box set will be Dark Angels. Because that's what the Titans are kind of connected to, and that's what the Knights are connected to as well. yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed this so far. Do recommend this box set. It's not really anything I would change. It would be nice to have an HQ unit in it, don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, that kind of dissuades you from buying multiples. Certainly did for like the battle boxes and battle forces and things, because you're just ending up actually spending money on minis that you're probably not going to use multiples of, unless they have some really good kind of customized and weapon options and things, which typically they don't. Right, let's put all of these bits and bobs on then. There's so many. I don't think you can go wrong with these. Famous last words. Is it a better set than the previous Adeptus Astartes one with the radio? Yeah, I really do think so. Is it better than the Solar Auxilia one? Ooh, now that is a good question. God, I would say yeah. Even though that one you're getting 2 tanks. But you are literally just getting 2 tanks. Well, you're getting 2 tanks. The Sentinel, which is nice, and you're getting your 20 troops, and then you're getting 15 troops, and then you're getting your command section, aren't you? Or is it 10 troops and then command section? I think this is better, yeah. Oh, are these different? No, they can't be different. Ah, so it just slots in there, does it? Okay, cool. But it really depends if you like Mechanicum or kind of Guard, really. I mean, the Lehman Russ tank is good. It's just the Dracosan or the Malkador kit is quite sort of long-winded. Takes you longer than this one would take you. Okay, so these go on here. Yeah, what a speed bump this bit is. Nice. You don't get Thanatars in this, Alaric. You love that Knight Attrap. Okay, love that Knight Athropos in the background. Posing looks good. Firstly, it's called an Atrapos. Secondly, that's not an Atrapos. That is an Acastus Knight. The Atrapos is the thinner Knight. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. It's alright though. It's alright. It's quite a rare one. The Acastus. Oh, it's an Asterius. What am I talking about? It's an Acastus class, but it's an Asterius. Asterius and Astreus I get mixed up all the time as well. Not a Trapos and Asterius though. Are you planning to review the old world or skip it? I'm going to skip it. I'll be brutally honest with you. I wasn't really on board with it ever since I knew that it would be kind of plastic, old plastic, metal, and resin. I just think it's just too many. For me, at least, it's just too many different materials for a reboot, and it's money for old rope as well, in my opinion. In that they are charging you way more for really old minis. And if you like that, that's fine. If you missed out on getting them, or I don't know, like someone on the internet, if you burnt your entire Warhammer Fantasy army, and you you want to restock it, then yeah, that's great. But Chaos looks good. Don't get me wrong. I think they showcased Chaos, didn't they, as the next faction. But yeah, I was just expecting more. My expectations were pretty high anyway. I was expecting more plastic, maybe a couple of resin things like big dragons. But yeah, it's Warhammer Fantasy, isn't it? It's old world. My expectations were through the roof. My expectations have more or less been met with Heresy. Some of the plastic kits have been fantastic. It's great that we've got plastic Cerastus Knights. It's whereas I think Old World, if I got into Old World with all the different materials and kits and things, I'd probably feel a bit hollow after putting them together and building them and things. I just like new stuff, basically. And for me, there's just not enough new stuff in Old World. Sorry. Yeah, Fantasy Light. That's a really good. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the Porphyrion. No, it's not the Porphyrion. The Porphyrion's more popular, probably, than the Asterius. The Asterius is quite rare, quite special. It's a lot of money though to invest in the Asterius. How much are they? Like £400 now or something? I mean, it's not as big as a Warhound, but it is, I'd say it's a nicer kit, like, to put together. If you don't get an aneurysm over the flash in the heavy conversion beamers. It's a better model to build and to pose than the Porphyrion, like if you were on the fence about which one to get. It's just whether you like the look. I think most people, forgive me if I'm wrong, probably like the look of the Porphyrion more as like a, it's got Magna las cannons. I mean, they just sound so cool, don't they? What is that? Not really. Right, so place that on there. Quite a nice large bay. Okay, can you fit 20 in there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yeah, that's it's believable. That is believable. Because you've got a bit of room at the back as well. No detailed interior. Unlike the old Basilisk with its little detailed crew. I think that's really cool. It'd be cool if more tanks had that. I was just blown away by rhinos back in the day having detailed interior. You know. Do I plan to get an airbrush? I don't know. Maybe. To be fair, I'd rather spend the £200, £300 on an airbrush on more minis to give you reviews on. You know, it's not like I have an extra pot of money, an extra amount of income that will just be for an airbrush. It is one set of income that is going to be used for either minis or other hobby related stuff. So, right. Okay, so this is the C sprue, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's a really nice sprue. C3. These okay, so we've got some extra flash in there. So we're almost at the bit where we can put the two sides of the tank together. I don't think we'll finish it by 12 o'clock though. Try the cheap one. Super don't do cheap. Yeah, I know. Knowing my luck, I'll probably get it wrong and it get clogged, and then I'll just get frustrated and be less inclined to paint, which isn't good for any of us. These two pieces. So B13 and 14. And A13, 2 lots of those. When do we put these big cogs on? Oh, B15 and 16 as well. (15, 16). Here's where we put the cogs on. Oh, very cool. I do like these big cogs. Do they actually serve a function? Very steampunk. There we go. There are the two cogs. That's the whole kind of rear assembly. Then we just put that top on, all of these nipples on the front, a load more frame bracing, the top, and then we put it all together, put the doors on, and then the weapons. Yeah, quite a straightforward kit. We could probably do the top as well, get the top ready. This thing. Okay. And if we also get, yeah, we could get the nozzles or nipples or whatever they are. I kind of imagine that that's where the mecha dendrites come out. I think. I might be completely wrong. You guys into your Mechanicum probably know more than me about these things. But they will go on the front of the tank. There's so many of them. There's, what, 7 of them? Right. So yeah, if we look at how this is going to be eventually, wow, that is bigger than I thought it would be. So that's how big it's going to be compared to a Lehman Russ. Bigger than the Malcador. Not as big as a Land Raider Spartan. Not as wide. Maybe as long. It's a nice size, nice shape. No, there's not that many small pieces. It's not too bad. Just be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Right. Okay, what I'll do is... Oh, that's good to hear, Victor. That's good. Wow, no worries. That's a good bit of information, Rob. That's pretty cool. So half the weight. Yeah, I would have thought this tank in resin would weigh a fair chunk. I'm guessing the Carachnos weighs even more. Yeah, mold line wise, which is what I was worried about these cogs. There are mold lines in the inside and every cog, you know. It is what it is with those. Oh yeah, there are three pieces, 3 attachment points. So it is coming along, this tank. I am determined to finish it today, so I will probably complete the rest off stream, because I need to get some other things done in a little while. It's giving everyone sort of like a 15-minute heads up. But I should finish it today, and straight away I will make the review, and the review will be tomorrow morning. As I say, I'll build one like little tech thrall for the size comparison with it. So I've got something from Mechanicum to compare it to. And then I'll crack on with the Castellax, I think. Well, I'll do the live stream tomorrow for Castellax. And then review of Castellax on Wednesday. And then most likely it'll be the Thalax on Friday, but we'll see. I'd like to get all 6 done. The macro carried explorator is even heavier. Oh, interesting. Okay, that is pretty cool to know. I wonder whether we'll get one of those in plastic. Oh, sorry, screen freeze. Apologies for that. Coming to the end of the battery life. Yeah, very close. Oh, that's not good. That would be cool if we were getting one. We still can't get the resin one, can we? That only came about for a while. And then did it disappear again? That will attach to that very nicely indeed. Like so. These extra bits and bobs to do, and then the cogs. We will go like that. So that one's gone in well. This one, a little bit of a teething problem there. There we go. That's fine. They've all gone. They've both gone in well. Put the cogs in, which would go here. It does say glue them, but kind of tempted not to glue them. Just have them so you can spin them. But no, they should really be glued in. They require a fair bit of work. We'll try and work on them, but let's just put these pieces on here. I don't like having too many loose pieces like these around. They get lost. We could potentially put this top bit on as well. Because that will go on like so. And then yeah. And then as I say, you then just got this top hull to put together, put the tracks to the sides, the doors on, and then just the weapons and the searchlight and things. Then you're pretty much done. So yeah, you could do it. You know, me chatting and things, I'd probably say you could do it in the 3 hours or so. I don't know how much this is going to cost when it's individual. Maybe 50. I don't know whether it costs the same amount as the Dracosan. I'd like to think less, because it has less weapon options, and it's... I think it is bigger though. Let me just plug some power into this camera, because I don't like it having to freeze now and again. There you go. This makes you want a train unit. Definitely, I get those vibes too with this kit. They did have a Horus Heresy, you know, Titanicus train at one of the events with all the cargo containers. That was very cool. But some kind of armoured train with cannons and things on it. They used to do a ship. I think it was Forge World that did a resin naval ship for orcs, maybe? I can't remember, but I'm sure they did some kind of ship. It seems a shame that, you know, that Games Workshop are just focused on land with minimal air units and no naval units whatsoever. I mean, I guess there's no need for any naval units because, you know, you've got giant starships that can just enter atmosphere, apparently. But it would be cool if we had some kind of naval miniatures. Okay, let's pop these on. I would have thought that they went on the other way. I'm on a different page here. I'm on a different page here. Okay, so that goes on like so. Hey, there we go. So that's all of these on. Orc submarines. Necromunda cargo holder, okay. So far, I'm impressed with the kit. Must have been quite a challenge to turn it into plastic. Yeah, I think so, Victor. Yeah, it's nice. I'm pleasantly surprised by this. I mean, this is my first ever Mechanicum unit in plastic, so yeah, it's very good. yeah, I'm looking forward to like the Thanatar and stuff. Even that goes together pretty well, which you might not have expected. So yeah, I'm not going to bore you with cleaning the cogs. You know, it's just straightforward. It's what we've got to do with them. I probably will put some Tamiya in those joins because it's quite visible. But we are getting there. We're almost finished. So I'll finish this the rest of the day. At some point, like I'll have a break now for a while. Then I'll finish it, and then I'll do the review and get the review out to you tomorrow. But I'll also live stream Castellax build tomorrow. Weather looks like it's going to be absolutely gorgeous though. So yeah, it'll probably be an early morning stream, if that. But just to give you an idea, this is the size of the Triaros conveyor. That's the size of it. Imagine the cogs being in there as well, like Connect 4. Oops, maybe not. Yeah, so that's the size of it. Compared to Lehman Ross, it's a fair bit bigger than Lehman Ross compared to a Malcador or Dracosan. They're the same size. It is way thicker. It's like a track thicker, and in terms of length, it is longer because of this front plough. But the tracks are so much bigger, and it's such a taller tank. You know, definitely easy to hit, an easy target. But yeah, you'd think it'd be smaller, more efficient. But, oh well. Yeah, so it's a big tank, big transport. But yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you so much, everyone that's joined me today. I wish I could continue, but 3 hours is my limit. And yeah, hope you enjoy the review. I've been gushing about this model all stream. So yeah, hope you're able to pick up your own Mechanicum Battle Group box set and enjoy it as well. And I'll see you in the next stream. Thanks for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.